Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back with another video. Happy Wednesday to you. So it's that time of the week again, Wednesday, November 8th, where we're going to go through all the football games that are going on this week. It is week 10. So every Wednesday on the channel, we go through all the football games taking place this week, tell you who I think's going to win, talk about them, blow a lot of hot air, and kind of go from there. So give you my picks and predictions on who I think is going to win in each of the games that are taking place this week. So week 10, it's just flying by this year, absolutely flying by. Anyways, you know, kind of enjoyed it this year. There's been a lot more, more contention, more parity, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So the first game tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football, Seattle Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals. Obviously, well, I mean, you know, I guess, yeah, obviously, I got the Seahawks winning this game. Not that the Seahawks are particularly good. The Seahawks right now, actually, a lot of teams this season have kind of been this way, as we've seen. The Seattle Seahawks, it's Russell Wilson. Like, that's the whole team. If Russell Wilson's not running around, you know, making unbelievable, spectacular plays, then the team's kind of, you know, that's kind of the end of that. It's kind of the same thing as with Green Bay and you know, a lot of other teams, unfortunately, that have had, you know, lost quarterbacks to injury. So the good thing for the Seahawks is he's still on his feet. But, I mean, if you watch the team, you watch their offensive line, which they tried to address right before the trade deadline. The defense is not anywhere near what it used to be. It's Russell Wilson. So if you can keep him upright, and given the fact that the Arizona Cardinals they're a dumpster fire. At least this season, that's a team that's really fallen off. Yeah, so I got the Seahawks winning this game. Next game up, Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We're in that kind of window now. New Orleans Saints, Buffalo Bills. I got the New Orleans Saints win this game. So the New Orleans Saints began this season, you know, kind of middle of the pack as far as power rankings go. They start off 0-2, just drop to the bottom. You know, for one, I thought they were, I mean, I didn't think they were done, but, I mean, the first couple games, their defense sucked. They had, you know, nobody on the same page, giving up big plays, no pass rush, no pressure, they couldn't do anything right on defense. So they start off 0-2. And really, I think it even goes into last season. You know, if you look at, you know, the way the Saints won games last season, you know, they had to win games like 45-42 and 41-38. Every game was a high-scoring game, and the problem with that is, you know, your defense. You're not getting any help from your defense, which is why you need to put up that many points to win. It seems like it's, you know, even worse this season. Couldn't do anything on defense. Start off 0-2. You know, kind of the same situation they've been in the beginning of the last few seasons, and all of a sudden they just turn it on and rip off 6 straight. This Saints team is legit. All right, so. As far as power rankings go, just within the NFC, I got to go Eagles, Saints, and probably Cowboys. But the Saints are up there. I mean, I'd even argue that the Saints could be ahead of the Eagles because, well, we'll get to the Eagles in a little bit. Actually, wait a minute. Did the Eagles play? I think the Eagles are off this week. Yeah, Eagles aren't playing this week. All right, so real quick on the Eagles. So Eagles are legit. Carson Wentz is tremendous. The one thing I will say is they've played a lot of rubbish teams. The one really good team that they played is the one loss that they have. It was against the Chiefs. And I think it was like week 2 or week 3? It was early in the season. So the week 2 and 3 Chiefs were a lot better than the current Chiefs are pretty good. But the Chiefs are a team that's, you know, they've kind of, you know, slowed down a bit. But playing a team, it really depends when you play a team. Losing that team, that was a really, really good football team. You know, they beat New England in week 1. Just a you know, a really strong team. And they lost that game. But most of their other games have been, you know, the Giants, just teams that blow for the most part. So when it comes time to play a real contender like New Orleans or, you know, I guess probably playing Dallas again, or, I mean, the NFC's kind of, you know, a little bit up in the air this year. But, that's something I'd keep an eye on. But nonetheless, as far as the Saints go, it's a team that has really turned it on. There's nothing I can really take away from them. The defense got it together very, very quickly. Drew Brees is you know, he's Drew Brees. What can I say? You know, they're firing on all cylinders. There's really, you know, nothing I can take away from them against, you know, pretty good competition. The Bills, on the other hand, are a team that I think started strong. I think, coaching change, getting rid of the bums for the most part, bringing in, oh wait a minute, that was the Eagles. I got my team screwed up. Just kind of getting rid of the dead weight, I guess you could say. Building around Tyrod Taylor, bringing in a new coach, regime change, all that. Seems like it really, worked. The Bills beating the Falcons a few weeks ago. They've been better, but they're 5-3. They're in the AFC East. They're not getting past New England. And I don't think they're good enough to beat the Saints. But I think it's an improved team. So I got the Saints winning this game. Next game, Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears. I mean, it's the Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay Packers, and it's just... The Chicago Bears have really never had a quarterback ever. Like, what quarterback? Seriously, like when did they just have a passing, solid quarterback? I mean, the times they've been really good, they've had a great defense and a very strong running game. They've really never been about, you go back to the 85 Bears, tremendous defense, and, everybody knows, who the running back was back then. Sweetness, as they say. So it's kind of the same story. Just two NFC North teams with no strong quarterback situation. Bears are 3-5. Packers are 4-4. A lot of that has to do with Aaron Rodgers. They've sucked as of late. I got the Packers winning this game just because I don't know. They gotta they could play a little bit better. Brett Hundley could at least look like he belongs in the league at least for a week. So I got the Packers winning this game. Next game up, Cleveland Browns 0-8. Detroit Lions 4-4. I got Detroit winning this game. Next game, Pittsburgh Steelers, Indianapolis Colts. Upset of the week right here. I got the Colts winning this game. I think the Colts with former Patriots backup Jacoby Brissett, even though he's not, he's done a darn good job. Second year rookie, getting traded and starting right away for the perpetually injured. To be honest with you, and I follow football religiously, I couldn't tell you what's wrong with Andrew Luck. I don't know what. I'm just so used to him being injured as well. The knee, the shoulder, the head, whatever it is. I don't even know. I've lost track because the guy's always hurt. But anyways, being thrust into that situation, not easy, but I think he's performed well. I think he's played pretty well, all things considered. The team around him is a dumpster fire. It is garbage, that Colts team. I don't know why Pagano's still in there. The front office sucks. The whole thing. But the Steelers, on the other hand, so the Colts are 3-6. Steelers are 6-2, and every year the Steelers have 3 games, 2 or 3 games where they just don't show up. They just suck. You can't really figure out why. There's just I think it was Miami last year. I think that was when Roethlisberger got hurt. Miami, how many quarterbacks does... I just got to say this for a second. Miami is one of the dirtiest teams in recent memory. All right, in the last couple of years, how many people has Miami taken out on dirty plays? So Kiko Alonso, dirty hit on Joe Flacco a few weeks ago. Kiko Alonso taken out Jimmy Garoppolo last season. Ndamukong Suh, grabbing a guy by the throat a few weeks ago. I think that was also in the Baltimore game. That is a dirty team, man. That is a dirty rat team. It really is. It's a problem. You know why? Because later in the season, when the Dolphins have nothing to play for and they're out of the playoffs, they're just going to, basically get off to injuring, because they're going to play the Patriots twice. So, they're going to want to hit Brady. They're going to, whoever it is they're playing, if they play this, they'll play the Steelers. I don't even know if they play the Steelers this year. But any team that's in it, they're just only going to be in the game because they're out of the playoffs. They're only going to be in it for, trying to, unfortunately injure guys, be stupid, because they got nothing else to play for. And it's starting to be a problem with that team. But anyways, we're not even talking about them. It just kind of got me thinking how they took out, Roethlisberger last year. He ended up coming back anyways. But nonetheless, the Pittsburgh Steelers have dumb losses. They'll just get blown out 40-13 to the, I don't know, the Cardinals. Just some team that they have no business losing to. That happens a few times every year, it seems like. And I feel like this is one of those games. Why it's gonna happen like once more. But nonetheless, now that I'm done bashing them, oh my God, the Steelers are, oh, holy smokes. That is a team. All right. Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, who's not hurt for the first time in forever. Hopefully they can have him in the postseason. Roethlisberger, he kind of took the week off a while back there in that game. But he's playing well. The defense is totally revamped, retooled, reloaded after kind of getting shellacked. And I think that they said that they were kind of really tooling up their offense for the express purpose of trying to get past New England this year. It is, not a whole lot of criticism for that team other than the fact that every year they've got a few games where they just, don't show up. And I feel like this could be, I got an email. I feel like this is that game. Just the Colts, Brissett, he's hungry. He's showed you something. I like the Colts in this game. Anyways, next game up here, we got the Los Angeles, screw that, it's the San Diego Chargers. That's what I'm calling them. And the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got the Chargers winning this game. Why? Because the Jacksonville Jaguars, I don't know. I can't. It's a team I have trouble taking them seriously. Like the same way, like in the NFC, I got a problem taking. Well, I guess you can, and like the Eagles, like because they haven't really been in the conversation for a long time. I just feel like it's a paper dragon. Like once they play some real competition, it'll be a different story. But the Jaguars, because they've just been a disaster for so long, I can't. I don't know. I can't take it seriously. And the Chargers, on the other hand, are a legit team. They just play in the AFC West with 3, maybe like 2.5, depending on what your opinion is of the Raiders. Strong teams in front of them that they're not as good as. And all their losses for the most part are very close. Like if they're, numbnuts place kicker could have made some of those kicks, in some of these games that they played this season and really in last season too. They would have won some of those games. Like a lot of the games they've lost, they could have just as easily won, which I don't think you can overlook. So I've got them beating the Jaguars this week. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who suck, and the New York Jets, who everybody thought would suck, but actually are all right. I got the Jets winning this game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a joke, man. I thought that team was an up and coming team. That's like the next, I thought the Falcons would suck this year, and they do. As far as the NFC South goes, I thought, okay, this is the Buccaneers now. They're going to be, coming into their own. No, they're bad. 2-6. Jets, on the other hand, proving everybody wrong with really, I can't really name many players on the Jets because they got rid of, Brandon Marshall, Darrelle Revis, all the big name players you associate with the Jets. They got rid of them, and it looks like they're all the better for it. I got the Jets winning this game. Next game up, Cincinnati Bengals, Tennessee Titans. I got the Titans winning this game. The Bengals suck. Also, Vontaze Burfict, another guy. Vontaze Burfict, Kiko Alonso, Bernard Pollard, who, he's kind of, out of the picture now. He doesn't even play anymore. I don't even think, but he's just an all-time dirty player. Yeah, he doesn't play anymore. So Bernard Pollard, Kiko Alonso, Ndamukong Suh, Vontaze Burfict. I can make a long list of dirty players, and the Bengals with Vontaze Burfict, just the Bengals overall. AJ Green fighting the guy last week. They've just got that, the quarterback with the red hair. What the hell's his name? Just totally whatever. You shouldn't even remember them because it's an irrelevant ass team. Andy Dalton. Just a bunch of just garbage, bad attitude, just garbage players. They got AJ Green fighting the guy. I don't know how AJ Green didn't get suspended. I don't know if you saw that. Grabs the guy around the neck, brings him to the ground, starts punching him through which is stupid. You're punching the guy in the helmet. You're more likely to break your own hand than land any punches on the guy you're swinging at. Should have got suspended. I don't know why he didn't. Just the NFL is dumb as of late. Just they make dumb decisions about this stuff. I don't know how it is that they can screw up this badly on a week-to-week basis, but somehow they do. Anyways, the Bengals are just what a rubbish team. Anyways, so I got the Titans winning this game. Next game, Minnesota Vikings, Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins are a team that I like, but every week they go out there and do the same thing. They score like 21, 24 points and give up like 28, 30 points or so. Like it seems like a team that they're not bad. They can never seem to really rise to the occasion. They're just they're in the. you watch their games and they're in it and they're in it and the other team starts to pull away. They never really get blown out for the most part. I don't know. It's a team that should have it and doesn't. The Vikings, on the other hand, with Aaron Rodgers going down, the Packers kind of being out of the picture now in the NFC North has really opened the door for the Vikings. They're 6-2. I feel like a lot of teams have been 6-2, kind of been around the same record there. I got the Vikings winning this game. They're actually, Teddy Bridgewater is coming back. Sam Bradford's going to IR with his knee. Teddy Bridgewater has been out of it's been like a year and a half this guy's been hurt. I guess his knee was really grotesque how he injured it, and so he's just coming back now. I don't know if he's playing this week. I think he is. I think let me see. Yeah, so he's on the active roster. He's been activated. I don't know if he's going to play. I think it'll take him some time to really get back into his old form because he was really good, I thought, when he was playing. And so I'm not sure whether or not he's going to play. He's active. He might play, I believe. But nonetheless, Minnesota's defense is good enough. They got enough playmakers. They're going to get past the Redskins. Next game, Houston Texans, LA Rams. The Houston Texans without Deshaun Watson are the same as the Packers without Aaron Rodgers. The LA Rams have been on a tear. I got the Rams are another team I didn't think were going to, be 6-2 to say the least. But they are. So I got the Rams winning this game. Next game up, Dallas Cowboys, Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are a rudderless ship. The Cowboys beat the Chiefs last week. I got the Cowboys winning this game. Chiefs or Cowboys are, they're showing you something. The 1-7 New York Giants and the 0-9 49ers. I got the Giants winning this game. The 49ers, they got Jimmy Garoppolo now, so they know that they got Jimmy Garoppolo. They're 0-9. They'll get a top draft pick next year. They've got some weapons. There's things that they can do in the offseason. They get freaking Jed York. You got ownership like that. It doesn't make it easy. But on the other hand, I think that they've got enough opportunities as far as draft picks and what they can do in the offseason, having Jimmy Garoppolo to really, to put a team together for next year. They've got no incentive to win this game. They're 0-9. They're pretty bad. Giants, on the other hand, Eli Manning, it seems like, is now playing for his job, even though it really doesn't have a lot to do with him. I think he's been all right. I think he's tough. He's on the field all the time. He never comes off the field. Not that I'm the biggest Eli Manning fan. I'm really not. I really care less. But it's the players around him. It's his defense. It's not having Odell Beckham Jr. It's having no weapons. That's what the problem is. It's not really Eli for the most part. Even though I did read that they're looking at backup quarterbacks, but you should already be. Every team should be looking at quarterbacks. It's so important. So I got the Giants win this game. Next game up. I'm gonna say this is the game of the week right here because it's not only is it Sunday Night Football, but the New England Patriots in the Denver Broncos have been going at it forever. This is an old rivalry that in the last few years has really gotten heated. If you think back to the 2015 season, they lost a close game. I think it was an overtime in Denver. Then they lost the close one in the AFC Championship game. Then the Patriots beat them in Denver last year. I don't know why these games are always in Denver. They just always are for some reason. It's a rivalry that's gone back and forth, and the Patriots, I don't want to say it's like kryptonite when they play in Denver, but the Patriots have problems when they go to Denver. A lot of teams do, but it seems to affect the Patriots especially. The difference this time is the Denver Broncos have no offense to speak of. Their offense sucks. Their defense, they got lit up by the Eagles. It's not playing like, it's nothing like it used to be. But nonetheless, the Denver has just, they got blown out 51 to whatever it was by the Eagles. I can't say that Denver's going to win. I want to say they're going to win this game, but they've been so bad you can't say it. If they're just a little bit better, you could think about it, but the Patriots are going to win this game. Nonetheless, the Patriots aren't blowing this team out. They have problems when they go to Denver. Really what it has to do with, I think the fact this game is going to be close, which I believe is going to be due to a few things. I think number one, the crowd noise, altitude, cold weather, primetime matchup, Von Miller, the fact that the Patriots have always had problems, or I guess Tom Brady has always had problems. He doesn't have many problems, but one of the things that gives him problems is when a team can bring pressure without blitzing. Like, if they can just get a guy up the middle in his face, that's that gives them a lot of problems. However, the Patriots, they can throw the ball, run the ball. Defense has been a lot better. No reason why they can't win this game, but it'll be close just because they have problems when they go to Denver. Last but least, definitely, two teams I really have a problem with. The Miami Dolphins, I already told you what I think about them. And the Carolina Panthers, who I can't freaking I hate the Carolina Panthers. Oh, my God. Cam Newton, the whole team, the showboating, the cockiness. Really, Cam Newton not diving on the ball in that Super Bowl tells you everything you need to know about him. He's soft. He showboats. He doesn't show up when it matters. He checks out. Cam Newton is a diva NBA player. That's what Cam Newton is. I cannot stand this guy. This guy sucks. He's a bum. God. Anyways, the Panthers are 6-3. The Dolphins are 4-4. I can say the same thing about the Dolphins. The Dolphins are soft. They are a soft ass. Oh, excuse me. I was thinking about the wrong. I was thinking about the Panthers. No, the Dolphins are a dirty, dirty, dirty team. Kiko Alonso, Ndamukong Suh. They're really just the whole culture in Miami sucks. No quarterback. I mean, is Jay Cutler back? I think he's playing again, right? I know he got hurt again for the 6 millionth time. Yeah, he's back. Okay, so because I got my facts straight on that one. He's back, but that really doesn't make a difference. I root against both of these teams hard. I root against the Panthers more than the Dolphins just because of how cocky and awful that team is. But I guess I got the Dolphins winning this game. Whatever. Anyway, so other than that, that's gonna do it for the Week 10 picks. I was pretty salty in this one. I know he's got a lot of grudges with some of these teams. But other than that, until next time, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.